So the other day I was trying to find a movie to watch, and I decided to rewatch Solo because I haven't watched that movie in a very long time. And I gotta say, I think this is one of the most underrated Star Wars movie out there. I've seen this movie get a ton of hate, and I've seen a ton of people say that they don't like it, but today I'm going to prove you all wrong, and I'm going to tell you why Solo is actually a very good Star Wars movie. So first of all, this movie nails Han Solo as a character, and of course that's the most important part of the movie because it's, a Han Solo movie. Say that this was the best directed and best acted movie in the entire world, but Han Solo didn't act like Han Solo. If that was the case, this movie would not work. And you gotta give a ton of praise to the actor who played young Han Solo, Alden Ehrenreich, I can't do it. I'm dyslexic. I'm not gonna pronounce that. He freaking nails this role, and I feel like a lot of movies would just try to make him act like a young Harrison Ford. They would want him to play Han Solo the way Harrison Ford played Han Solo. But what's so great about this movie is that he doesn't do that. Alden plays Han Solo in his own unique way, and I would argue he does as good of a job as Harrison Ford, if not maybe even better. Every little interaction he has with the rest of the cast is honestly so fun to watch, like this scene right here.
Just did the castle run in 12 parsecs. Not if you round down, buddy. Yeah.
She is a hell of a ship.
This scene alone should want to make you rewatch the movie. It perfectly embodies who Han is. Han Solo is a liar and a bragger. When Alden gives the delivery of, "Not if you round down," yes, that is Han Solo. That is Han Solo right there. And it's not just Alden who does a good job. The entire cast is freaking amazing. Woody Harrelson is criminally underrated in this movie. His role as kind of the old smuggler, the kind of Han Solo's mentor, could be cringy if it was performed incorrectly. And I think that he plays the part very well. That scene where him and Han are having their high noon duel standoff is very tense. And that is a testament to how well directed this movie is and how well acted the characters are. Like, of course we know that Han Solo lives through this. I mean, he's in the later Star Wars movies. But because we're invested into the characters, this scene plays. Emilia Clarke is also very, very good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I liked her very much when I first watched it, but after a rewatch, I think her and Han have more chemistry than Leia and Han do. I know I might get crucified for that statement, but I think it's true. They genuinely care for each other, and it's upsetting when she leaves him at the end of the movie. And last but not least, my favorite character of this movie, Donald Glover as Lando Calrissian. God, I love Donald Glover in this role. He is so good. Him and Han's interactions are my favorite part of this movie. When they are playing sabacc together or talking about the Millennium Falcon, I can't get enough of it. I want them to make a Solo 2 or a Solo TV show because of how good their interactions are.
There's no liars in this game, just players.
The seat taken?
Nobody's in the seat that ain't taken, friends.
So this is, sabacc?
Sabacc.
Sabacc. Got it.
You played before?
A couple times, yeah.
Captain Lando Calrissian.
Han Solo.
Looks like you're having a good day.
I'm a lucky guy.
Can I ask you a question, Captain Calrissian?
Anything, Han?
It's Han, but that's okay. I heard a story about you. I was wondering if it's true.
Everything you've heard about me is true.
I mean, how can you not love them together? Now, I am going to be fair about this movie. There are some parts of this movie that I don't love. It's not perfect. For one, I'm not the biggest fan of the villain Dryden Voss, and it's not because of Paul Bettany. He's a great actor, and I love his work. I was just not super bought into the character. I really enjoyed the Maul reveal at the end of the movie, and I was kind of hoping that they would have stuck with him as the main villain throughout the entire movie. To me, he just felt like a more creepier version of Jabba the Hutt. I will also say this movie does take a little bit of time to get going. I really enjoy the plot of this movie, but The first 30 minutes are a little bit slow. The first 30 minutes where Han escapes his planet and then he joins the Empire and then he meets Woody Harrelson's character, they attack the train, it fails, and then they realize they have to go to Drayden Voss to make the new plan. It's kind of slow and it doesn't really pick up until they meet Drayden Voss. But when they meet Drayden Voss and then they have the initial plan of the movie, that's when it really takes off, and I think that it's a lot more fun. To me, it felt like the writers knew where they wanted to go with the plot, but they needed to put the pieces in order so it would make sense, and that's why the beginning kind of drags a little bit. All in all, I still think this movie is really, really good. It's definitely one of the better Disney movies that they produced. In fact, unless I'm forgetting movie, this might be the best Disney Star Wars movie they ever made. It's a shame that this movie didn't get the success or recognition that I think it clearly deserves. And what really sucks about that is because some of the factors of it not getting that success is because of outcomes that they could not control. Well, they could have controlled it, but they weren't really thinking when they released the movie. This movie was released around the same time as Infinity War, so it had to compete with Infinity War, and I believe one of the prequel movies was also released a few months beforehand, so people were a little bit Star Wars'd out. So yeah, I really like this movie. I give it a very impressive 8 out of 10. But as always, that's just my take. Thank you all so much for watching me yap about Star Wars movies. I greatly appreciate all of you. Please consider liking and subscribing and maybe check out some of my other videos. Have a great day, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace out.